Welcome. We sincerely thank you for coming to help us today at this mass immunization site. This short video does three things. 1. It sets the scope for today's work. 2. It explains a little about emergency response. 3. It shows you how the process will work here. Quite unbelievably, it has happened. A big public health problem is staring us down. We all know that disasters, emergencies, and disease outbreaks can happen anytime, any place, even in our own neighborhood. That is why our goal is to protect the public's health. Today, this clinic has been authorized to give vaccines. At other times, clinics may give pills or pills and vaccines. To accomplish our task today, we are happy to have the aid of health professionals, the Medical Reserve Corps, local organizations, and others. We are happy each of you is here today, willing to work with others and to respond to this life-saving challenge. Today we are a team, working quickly and carefully to limit disease and death. Today, your being here is the beginning of our community's return to wellness. Thank you for leaving your busy personal life so that you can help at a critical time in the life of our community. Consider this. Our first step toward success has happened. You made contact with us and followed through on your preparedness plans so you could be here today. Now let's talk about emergency response for a minute. Relax. Others are in charge. They're wearing labeled vests so you can recognize them. At mass immunization sites like this, incident commanders are in charge of all operations. They're trained to see the big, changing picture. There are many complex flowcharts, but here are the three basics for today. 1. Incident commanders have delegated authority to their operations chief. This chief oversees the flow and care of staff, volunteers, and mental health providers in order to minimize disruption and assure safety for all involved. 2. Incident commanders delegate authority to the logistics chief, who oversees all supplies, assuring that you have what you need and assuring also that the immediate needs of those with physical disabilities are met. 3. Incident commanders delegate authority to one public information officer. This person is the only one allowed to talk to the press so that information is accurate and consistent. That is the basic command structure here today. At other clinics, there may be more positions filled. At this site, our staff coordinator reporting to the operations chief will provide you with your job assignments to be sure that you are suited to the task and that you understand your responsibilities. A security person is also on board. That said, let us review exactly how things will work here today. First, let's talk about you. After you finish this short video, going to the volunteer sign-in table is your first stop. Signing in provides you with the necessary liability protections. At the sign-in table, a staff coordinator hands you a job action sheet. These sheets specify to whom you are reporting. The job action sheet may ask you to take on a small leadership role yourself, like greeting the public, registering people, helping with parking, accommodating the immediate needs of those disabled, or overseeing a vaccination station. It is also possible that your job action sheet will give you other very specific tasks to complete. Please pay attention to this. Every job action sheet specifies to whom you are to report. Your job action sheet explains your piece in the puzzle. Once you have your job action sheet, report to a task leader, but again, remember three things. 1. Manage your personal stress. Take deep breaths. It's important that you place yourself in a frame of mind that allows you to act with calmness and confidence. This will help you work under stress. You'll set an example for other volunteers and the public at a time of uncertainty and fear. Your demeanor here and now will calm others' fears and ensure an orderly flow to the vaccination process. You will need to take momentary mental breaks, as well as your assigned food and rest breaks. 2. Work as assigned. Working outside of your training or the scope of your job assignment could raise legal issues. Understanding your job action will protect you. Please read your job action sheet well. Please know it. Please make sure you understand what you are being asked to do. 3. Be flexible if asked. Your job action sheet may be changed by a leader more than once during this effort. Flexibility in accepting newly assigned tasks is important. But please, stick to your assigned tasks and let others do theirs. Now, Let's take a look at how the public moves through the clinic from arrival to departure. People will probably line up to enter the facility. First, at our greeter station, they will be welcomed in a reassuring manner and handed necessary forms. These forms will get them from the beginning to the end of the process. The greeter will direct them into the clinic where they can review and complete the forms. Next is the registration station. Sometimes people may need help reading the forms or have trouble writing. During a mass immunization effort, both staff and the public face conditions that are fast-paced, crowded, noisy, and unfamiliar. Responding to people requires patience and clear speech. Next, the public is routed to an educational station where a video or a speaker will present pertinent information on exposure risk, the vaccine or medication's effects, and how efforts today will help the individual and the community. Naturally, the next stop for the public is, you guessed it, the health screening station. Here, a nurse or other trained healthcare professional will conduct a concise health assessment to make sure it is safe for the person being screened to receive the vaccine. Now it's time for the vaccination station. Remember, screening has been taken care of. 3 positions make up the vaccination station team. 1. A vaccination team leader. 2. Vaccination assistants. And 3. Vaccinators. If you're on a vaccination team and need something, like extra cotton balls, please stay put. Just ask. There are runners assigned to get any needed supply for you. There are also flow monitors whose job it is to keep people moving through the facility. Lastly, we do the paperwork before people leave. At the forms collection station, all forms carried through from initial registration to vaccination must be collected and assembled for counting later. And we need you to sign out at the volunteer desk so we know that all is well after you have helped us. That's it. You arrived and watched this video. You understand the basics of our emergency response structure today. And you know how to help the public get the benefits they need. You are an essential part of our community effort to administer medicine to members of our public. As you work, surrounding counties may also be working. We are all working to minimize the effects of natural disasters, chemical incidents, or serious communicable diseases. What you're doing is very important. Even if you become very tired, you have what it takes. By receiving vaccinations, the public has also taken an important step in protecting community health and promoting recovery. Please make sure to thank them as they go through the lines and when they leave for home. On behalf of our county and the people who live and work here, thank you.